What if you missed an important medical notice because you didn't have a reliable mailing address? Imagine opening your mailbox a month late and finding a letter that could have saved you from an emergency room visit. That's our reality check question today.
Picture me in line at the post office, holding a stack of boxes and thinking, there has to be a better way. We hear that a lot, and today's episode is all about the better way.
We have a quick listener teaser. One of our listeners, Maria, went full-time last summer and nearly lost access to a specialty medication because a refill notice went to her old address. She set up a system and now nothing slips through. We unpack how she did it later with our guests. Welcome back to Road to Freedom and Fulfillment. I'm Coach Karen, and this show is for midlife women ready to trade routine for adventure without losing the practical things that keep life running.
And I'm Katie. If you're here for spreadsheets, tricked-out checklists, or the little hacks that keep bills paid and meds refilled while you chase sunsets, stay tuned. Today is very practical. Promise.
By the end of this episode, you'll have 3 ready-to-use mailing models, a 30, 60, 90 pilot plan to test this month, and a checklist for banking, prescriptions, and voting. Joining me are Maya, who runs a nomad-friendly mail forwarding company, and Joan, a full-time RVer who built a lean Basecamp system that works like clockwork. Hi, everyone. Excited to be here. I built our service after watching friends miss critical mail and lose hours trying to reroute packages. My focus is on systems that are legal, low friction, and respectful of privacy. Hello, I'm Joan. I sold my house 5 years ago and spent the first year learning things the hard way. Missed bank notices, a near-missed prescription, and a lot of stress. I now run a small base camp with a P.O. box, a forwarding service, and a trusted local friend for packages. Let's start where most of us feel the panic. Tell us how your problem first surfaced. Maya, what was the oh no moment that led you to build a better mail system? A client called me in tears. An insurance notice that required immediate action went to an old home. They lost benefits while trying to prove residency. That was the pivot. We needed a system that captures critical mail, alerts people fast, and gives clear forwarding choices. For me, it was a missed prescription refill. I was on a tight schedule crossing state lines. A refill notice sat unopened at a family member's address, and my pharmacy flagged it too late. I realized winging it wasn't an option. I needed a repeatable Basecamp routine. Okay, deep dive time. Paint the 3 models people ask about first: mail forwarding services, family forwarding, and RV park mailboxes. Maya, walk us through the pros and cons. Model 1, commercial mail forwarding. Benefits: professional handling, scanning options, clear legal address for many services, and package consolidation. Drawbacks: monthly fees, paperwork to verify identity, and some institutions restrict use. It's terrific if you want a hands-off solution. Model 2, family forwarding. Low cost, emotionally comfortable, and quick for handoffs. But it relies on someone being organized and trustworthy. Risks include lost mail, slow response times, and lack of a verified legal address for some agencies. Model 3, RV park or local P.O. box. Cheap and simple. Good for local pickups, but limited for long-term continuity. P.O. boxes don't always work as legal addresses for all banks or government agencies, so you need a secondary plan. I use a hybrid, a small commercial forwarder for legal mail and scans, plus a trusted friend for quick pickups, and an RV park box when I'm in one place for a while. Hybrid gives redundancy without being overcomplicated. Banks and 2-factor authentication trip up a lot of first-timers. What are the practical steps to keep accounts accessible while mobile? First, use digital-first banks when possible. Banks with strong app support and secure messaging. Second, set up a backup authentication method, an authenticator app tied to a device you carry, and a secondary phone number that belongs to your forwarding contact or a virtual phone number you control. Also, Proactively call your bank before you travel to let them know you'll be mobile and request email or app alerts instead of paper. Add a trusted friend or accountant as an authorized contact for emergencies, and print a notarized letter if you think someone might need to act on your behalf.
Let's talk prescriptions and telehealth, the real life stuff. Joan, how do you keep meds and appointments flowing?
I use mail order pharmacies where possible and set up auto refills with one pharmacy that will ship nationwide. For controlled meds that require local pickups, I schedule telehealth visits ahead and use e-prescriptions sent to a local pharmacy on my route. I also keep a 2-month buffer of essential meds and scan or photograph prescriptions and provider info into a secure app. If paperwork is lost, digital copies speed up replacements and refills. Residency and voting. Listeners get nervous about taxes and losing benefits. High level, what should people consider when choosing a legal address? Residency affects taxes, driver's licenses, and voting. High level rule, pick the state that aligns with your financial and healthcare needs. Use a mail forwarding service that offers a street address for legal purposes, and keep clear records of where you spend time in case you need to prove residency. I switched residency to a nomad-friendly state with lower fees and simple DMV rules. But I also checked rules for Medicare, voting, and any benefit I might rely on. If you're on government benefits, consult a professional. Rules vary and are important. All right, practical pilots. Give listeners 3 low-cost tests they can run: 30, 60, and 90-day plans. 30-day test. Sign up for a basic mail forwarding plan with scanning. Forward only critical categories: insurance, banking, prescriptions. Set app alerts for banking and create a secure digital folder for IDs. 60-day test. Add a backup local P.O. box or a trusted family forwarding contact. Try one mail order pharmacy shipment to your forwarding address. Test 2-factor flows by logging in from a new network and confirming access. 90-day test. Formalize residency if you're ready. Move bills and subscriptions to your chosen address. Notify your bank and schedule a telehealth check-in using your new system. Track costs. Expect $10 to $50 per month for forwarding and perhaps $5 to $15 for a P.O. box.
Packing list for paperwork security, quick bullets, passport or state ID, a notarized letter of authorization if someone can pick up packages for you, copies of insurance cards, and a small portable safe or lockbox for originals.
Rapid-fire Q&A time. What service to try first? Try a basic mail forwarding service with packet scans. It shows you how critical mail is flagged and gives you options quickly. How to handle packages. Consolidate shipments with the forwarder or use an Amazon locker when possible and get them delivered to a secure location.
What do you tell your bank? Be proactive. Tell them you're a mobile resident, set communication preferences to digital, and add a backup contact method.
Key takeaways. 1-sentence big idea. You can be fully mobile without losing critical services by choosing a mailing model, securing digital access, and testing systems in small steps. 3 quick takeaways. 1. Pick one mailing model this week: forwarder, family, or P.O. box. 2. Secure your banking with app-first tools and backup authentication. 3. Create a healthcare fallback: mail order meds and telehealth with 2-month buffers.
One action this week: pick a forwarding service and set it up for a single category, like prescriptions, so you can see how the workflow works. We put templates and a checklist in the show notes.
Trade perfection for testing. Start small, measure what matters, and tweak. You don't need everything solved before you leave. You need a reliable system you can improve on the road. Remember, redundancy is your friend. 2 ways to receive important mail, 2 ways to get into accounts, and a digital copy of anything you absolutely can't lose. We also included a short disclaimer in the show notes. Residency and benefit rules vary by state. Use our checklist as a starting point and consult your state resources or a professional for complex legal or tax decisions. Thanks so much, Maya and Joan. This was packed with usable steps. Listeners,
If this episode eased even one worry, please subscribe and share so more women can make the jump with confidence.
If you want a follow-up deep dive, banking or state residency specifics, drop a question in our DMs or email the show. We'll plan a Q&A episode and bring in experts to answer listener-submitted scenarios.
Until next time, keep dreaming, keep planning, and keep moving forward. Your freedom is waiting. Thanks for joining me today. If you're ready to take the next step, check out my course, The Road to Freedom and Fulfillment. Link in the show notes. Subscribe, share with a friend, and leave a review if this episode helped you.